Hello, this is a demonstration of the dynamic profile links in the Sincpac C3D. The last video was an overview of the links themselves and how they're created and how they work. And in this video, I'll assume you've already seen that one, and so I'll concentrate mainly on showing how the links might be used in a project. And so the actual link creation will go by relatively fast, as I'll be concentrating mainly on how they're used. So let's go ahead and take a look at this drawing here. I've got a gray surface, it's my existing ground surface going through the entire site. I've got a grading object that is daylighting to that existing ground surface. That's this grading object, this orange surface here. I've got a maroon surface here that is a combination of the existing ground and my building pad grading object here. And the maroon surface will be used as the target for this corridor, which is partially built here, although the surface only has the tin lines turned on right now, and it's all at a flat 0 because the corridor profiles are still just all at 0 elevation here. So let's start here. And first off, let's go ahead and let's tie the main road to this maroon surface down here. Go ahead and add a link down here at this end and just link it to the surface. The corridor target is that maroon surface. Same thing on this end. Here in the middle, let's just assume that for this stretch here, from the building pad down to 6 and a pair, we just want to hold that at 2%. So let's go ahead, in this case we want to link this to a profile and link it to the main road profile, which lets us hook it to an adjacent PVI. And we want the next one at the next higher station. And we want to hold a minus 2% from that other PVI. So let's say OK. Now we see this profile is adjusted. Down here it's tying into the surface. Up here it's tying into the surface on our building pad. And we're holding this 2% grade down to this PVI here. And since it's a roadway, let's just go ahead and make it look a little more like a roadway and add a vertical curve in here. It's a vertical curve. Now let's take a look at the side road. The side road obviously should tie into the main road profile here at 1 and a pair. But then it should probably also, we probably also want to just maintain our nice 2% crown on our main road. So our side road should tie into that. So we'll probably just go ahead and add another PVI to our side road profile here where the side road crosses the edge of our main road. Let's go ahead and get that modeled too. Yeah, this end up here we could just link to that surface like we did before on the main road. But this end down here we want to link to the main road profile, and we just want to link it directly to the main road. And for the final one, we can't add a link. There's no PVI there, so we can't just add a link to it. So let's click on this instead to add a new PVI. And you see the line extending to the alignment, so we can use that as a reference to pick the place where we want our new PVI, which is right there where that crosses. And this new PVI, we also want to link to the main road, except we want to hold the crown, the 2%, and yes, we select the crown there. And when we click OK here, we'll see our side road profile is now adjusted. Down here at this end, it's tied into the surface. And at this end, we have it tied into the main road profile. And then here at the new PVI that we added. where the side road hits the edge of the main road. And we see it's displaying a minus 2.47% there, but that makes sense because we're holding from this point right here. We have a 2% crown, so we would be 2% to centerline to this point here, so this would be a 2% here. And then we also have our roadway here is holding a 2% from 6.5 pair up to the pad, so we've got a 2% east-west here as well. And net result is we have about a 2.5 along this this profile from here until it hits the edge of the main road. So that all makes sense. Let's go ahead and rebuild this corridor now. And we see the contours appear, and the contours are tying together from the side road to the main road. Got a looking pretty good here. We obviously need a boundary and so forth, but and we need to finish this intersection. But the side road and the main road are tying together. Let's go ahead and let's turn on some more here. I have some daylighting subassemblies already in the assemblies. I just don't have the targets set. So let's go ahead and set those targets so they all daylight to our corridor target surface. And here we go. And now it really jumps out how the two profiles are tying together here. And we obviously there's a crossing daylight line here and crossing daylight line here, and so we got a bunch of stuff to clean up here at this intersection, but our profiles are tying together. And they're also tied together to this pad here. Let's see how this reacts to an edit. Let's go up here, call up our grading tools. And we see here that the building pad right now has about 5,000 yards of fill. And let's say we just want to balance that out so that the building pad itself, just that grading object is completely balanced. So let's just do that. And now our building pad is recalculated. And we see the red cut slope appear over here on this side. And the orange contours just all get sucked in here from where the red contours are. And my marin surface here is not set to automatically rebuild, so it didn't automatically rebuild to match my new grading object here. I'm going to have to rebuild it. But when I do, that's going to cause these dynamic links to automatically update. And we'll see this link right here, or this PVI here, drop down to match the new elevation of the building pad. This PVI will drop to hold the 2%. And then these PVIs here will drop to match the new elevation of the main road. And so to do that, let me just select that red surface and right click and do rebuild surface. When we do that, you see those all drop down. And if we come down here and rebuild this surface, or rebuild this corridor, so now the corridor is rebuilt, but they're still tied together here at the intersection. And that's just a brief demonstration of the new dynamic profile links in the Sincpac C3D.